Hey traders, this is Christian from Tribeca Trade Group, and it is Monday, the first of the month, and I have a couple trade ideas that I want to send out via this video. So today, we're seeing what sometimes we see on the first of the month, a little bit of a rotation, and I think with this market, what we've been seeing recently, it's just a lot better to wait till the end of the day if you're going to add swing trades. Day trades, you could trade to your heart's extent, but for swing trades, we're seeing a lot of false moves, and we've been seeing this now for a while in the beginning of the day. I think all week last week was a good example too. Things just are not closing on their highs. Sometimes the opening print or the first 15 minutes of the day is basically the high of the day for some stocks. So that being said, I think there's a couple opportunities here. We got about 45 minutes to go in the day, and clearly we're seeing this rotation out of growth. I don't know exactly the reasons for the rotation, but if that's what they're going to do, I'm going to look for some opportunities in some different areas of the market. First one was what we had, and this is a name that I've been stalking now for the last 2 weeks, I would say. I think it's been in the last two Tribeca Trade Group weekend newsletters, and I have not pulled the trigger yet as far as a trade until today. So the couple things that I like going on here is this is basically, you see the coiling with 2 of the 3 moving averages. Usually coiling is 3 moving averages, but basically you got the 5 and the 20 being rather. Notice a lot of trades, for swing trading, it's going to get more difficult the next couple of weeks because we have earnings ahead of us. So if you're looking for possibly a move into earnings, I think this is a good looking trade, and it's been consolidating. Now we've seen a couple other of the rail names really move higher here, but CSX was the first one that really trended up. But it does this for a while. Sometimes it just digests. So now it looks like it's giving us a little bit of a tell today. And, we'll see. We do have 45 minutes before the market closes, but I think this is a pretty good looking candle for the day and enough for me to get involved in the name. And this will probably just be that. I went out to the November calls, and the reason being is because we do have earnings coming up in a couple weeks, and I do not want to hold this swing trade through earnings. And I think you're going to hear me say that a lot, but that's right around 10:16, I think, is earnings. So this will most likely be a one week to 2 week trade. Secondly, another name that we've been watching in the trading room for the last week or so is JNJ, and I just haven't been able to, or been ready to pull the trigger on JNJ, which has had some really nice strength over the last couple months, but it's trending up. I think, again, another name that's going to report earnings soon, and you got this VPOC sitting up here, this version point of control, right below 144. And that's 143.5, and that's making its way now out of this little move down. Notice just one big day of volume, and that was on quadruple witching. Every name in the S&P 500 has that volume bar, so I would ignore that. I think that's pretty much noise. But I like this move that it's making, and I would target, at least, maybe you take some off here. And same thing, I would look at November options. What's nice about these 2 names is that the implied volatility is a little bit cheaper too than purchasing a growth stock, right? So there's some advantages to trading the more value type names. The implied volatility when you go out to the 140 calls out in November, they're only an implied volatility of a 17, right? That's not terribly expensive. And if you want the dollar strikes in this, you could go to November 9th, which is a week in front of that. But yeah, I think this makes for a nice stretch swing up to around 141, and then possibly last target at 143 and change. Where this would go wrong is if it breaks back below where it was on Friday. All right, so that's it. Quick 4-minute video on a couple trade ideas. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.